Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today, I am gonna do a live commentary of a recorded game that I played earlier tonight. So this is a Scout Pug game on Snakewater, and so I'm gonna walk you through just a little bit about what I'm thinking at each point in time so you can get a better idea of how to play Scout on Snakewater in your games. Hopefully that'll teach you something about Scout in general. So in this game, the medic asked me to play Pocket Scout, and so my job is to protect the medic at all times and also take the Ubers. So on the mid fight, I'm primarily looking for soldiers to jump my medic, and I'm kind of standing on this top left side waiting for the soldier to jump in. I heard damage call on the demo man, so I go for the demo man pick there. And then I'm really lit in the corner. I see him pull the pistol, and his pistol's not that good. So I was able to dodge that, ask for the crossbow. And then my scout's capping middle. So I'm just going to keep rolling it all the way through here because I know their medic stayed alive, and if we can get him, that'd be really clutch. We do kill the medic here, and it's only the one soldier alive, and I had a buff. So I can eat a rocket to the face, and that's why I was able to roll that on through. I see a spy on the side, and I just leave him be because I know we have full Uber advantage. And unfortunately, I was a little bit too fast for my team because I think my entire team was like, let's roll, let's roll, let's roll. And I was just like really deep, and I saw they had a spy. So I was like, oh, this is going to be easy last. And it ended up being a little bit too far forward for my medic. He wasn't with me, and I got dropped on the Uber. But it doesn't really matter anyways. We end up capping the round. And since the last mid worked out so well, I'm going to do the same thing again. And again, I'm going to take the top left side. The other scout I'm playing with is a little bit like too much with me on that top left side. So we're going to fix that in a little bit. I'm going to ask him to go somewhere else. But he was like a little bit too much with me. I play the right side and I end up eating these rockets, and I get punished very hard for it. And then he jumps in and finishes me off, taking the health packs behind us. And I realized at that exact moment that I remembered why I don't play scout on the top right, because it's very easy for that soldier to splash that top right side as I'm trying to cross. I was actually thinking that I was going to get the jump on him, and then he ended up turning the tables on me. So I'm never going to repeat that mistake again in this pug. And try and take the top right side. So since our medic died, I'm kind of like, as a pocket scout, my job is to kind of escort him around the map and give him a little bit of extra movement speed. So I'm kind of waiting for him to spawn and then walking him back to second point. And we know they have Uber advantage pushing into us, so we're playing very safe and basically trying to make a bit of a distraction so we can go for a force. I try and like peek in for fakesies to try and help my soldier, and I end up feeding, which is just like the worst. You never want to do that. But basically, my thought process was that I was going to like fake as if I'm going to go in, so that when the soldier goes for the bomb, he gets a little bit of a cleaner bomb and gets an easier time at a force. But I unfortunately feed, and then it just puts our team in a very disadvantageous position trying to hold last. Demo Man's back is turned to me. That looks really good. And then I get a 2-shot on the scout, which is beautiful. Great damage on the scout there as well. So I actually end up recovering pretty well for that last hold, getting those frags. And our team unfortunately just barely doesn't clutch it out against that soldier, but we were like super close to holding that last point. So it was actually a pretty good attempt at it. Fast forward again to the next middle, and again I'm going to hold that top left side. Again, I'm not going to cross to the right because I know that it's just not a good play for me. Looking for that soldier bomb. Soldier comes from my side of the map, which was super confusing. I was like, where did he come from? And then I decided to go for the peak. 70 damage on demo seems good, but then I ate a couple of rockets in exchange, so it seems like it was kind of not worth it if I were to do it all over again. Scout was called hurt, demo called hurt as well. I finished the demo man, and the medic is just free pickings there, so I finish him off. So unfortunately, our medic goes down, but we get theirs as well, and that's going to be a solid mid. Now, when you go for these mid caps here, I basically stacked mid so that our medic and soldier get forward spawns, and then I go back to escort our medic as we talked about. So back to the mid, grab him. And that way the soldier doesn't have to do the escorting. The soldier is really fast at rocket jumping. And then I can use my Boston Basher to build Uber on the way to second point. Now I see we don't have second point capped, so I got to stop building because I think we might be fighting this. And then I realize we have picks and we have second point under control. So I kind of chill out for a second, giving my medic a little bit of time to buff teammates. And then I think there's a chance we should push here because they have a demo man and scout dead. So we know there's no traps. So we're going to go for this push. I cross over to the point. I want to put point pressure to force them to come to the point. Now both soldiers jump away from the point. So I start capping really hard. Scout comes and gets me from the other side. But we've got so much cap time. We're calling for the team to finish it, and we do finish it there. So that's going to be the round. And that ended up working really well. I would totally do that all over again, by the way, in terms of like picking off their medic at the mid, hard stacking mid, grab my medic, and then charioting him all the way through to last point. We got that demo man pick. Yeah, really, really good previous round. Top left side seems to be working for me in terms of just being patient, waiting for that soldier to potentially bomb. There's the soldier, but it's not very successful. Another bomb comes in on the back right, and so I kind of ignore him for a second. And then we realize, wait a second, he's behind us. This is not good. And they're collapsing because they know they have a soldier behind. Here comes the soldier out of the window, and my medic is going to die. I surf a rocket out, but overall, a very unsuccessful mid. I'm just going to try and exchange with their scout here. I do get the pick, and then I just figured, I'm already caught here. Might as well die as fast as I can. And their soldier lives with like 20 health, so very close to dying. The reason I go for the exchange right there is because they're about to push our last point, and I know that I'm going to respawn and spawn at last point before their scout will spawn at forward spawn and come to our last point. So it's worth it if you can get a 1-for-1 exchange like I did there. It's worth it to exchange with them because your spawns will be a little bit faster as you're on defense. They pop the Uber early down the main, and I'm going to wrap behind and see if I can pick anybody off that's behind the Uber, and I don't see anything. Kind of just going for the scout here. I do hit a meat shot. I almost kill him, but don't quite finish it off. And is our team going to hold this? It's looking okay. No, not quite. Honestly, their Uber was way too early down lower. Typically, you only pop that early if the enemy team is running a sniper, and I don't think we were. All right. Into the next mid fight, same exact strategy. This is a strategy, by the way, that's tried and true. You can always do this very consistently. It'll be pretty fine for you. This was a really ugly mid. Honestly, they sent both soldiers behind us, and that's entirely like a distraction play. So you don't want to be sending all your players behind for the distraction. And I kind of fell into their trap. Another problem is that one of our players disconnected, and so we were down a player to start with on that mid. They're going to pop the Uber right side while we're down a player, so they just need one more pick. And we do get the demo man for free. It's actually looking okay for us. And their Uber is actually coming off in a really bad spot. I'm just putting damage on the scouts, not the medic. Wait, I want to break that down really quick. So after, let's see, the most important part about a medic is the Uber. The second most important part is the healing. And so since they just use their Uber, the medic is not really that important because they can't output that much healing per second in a very small amount of time. So rather than killing the medic, I decided to go for the scouts to increase our chances of holding the last point. Because if I can kill a scout, that's a fragging class that can actually stay alive and do a lot of damage compared to the medic, which is not going to output that many heals. If I go for the medic there, both of those scouts can just shoot me in the back. And so that's why it's better to go for the scouts there, in my opinion. You guys might have done it a little bit differently, but that's what I decided to go for, just to make sure we can hold on the last point. And it ends up paying off for us because, look, they have players coming in on our last point, and we end up getting their medic killed anyways. So I guess I would do it all over again the same way. In these situations, as a pocket scout, my job is to play with the medic and build Uber on last point. And because if I shoot myself with the Boston Basher, then we will build Uber at the optimal pace. And so I think both teams, oh my god, they kill our demo man lower. Can you believe it? And so we know they're going for a little bit of a push here. We do get a counter pick on their demo man, and this scout looks pretty caught. Another scout, nope, we push him out. And so that's going to allow us to reset there. It got really dicey for a second till both demo men went down. Another pick for them? Jeez, what's going on? So I try and finish off that soldier, not going to happen. And now we're down a player. Yeah, when they could just dry push us here and we would lose. I don't know why they're not dry pushing. Because they have numbers advantage, so they should theoretically dry push us on last. But I guess they're waiting for Uber or something. So we're just kind of chilling, waiting. Soldier top right. They're going to pick off our demo man again. Oh my god, what is our demo man doing? They do get the Uber force, and I'm calling that we have a better Uber here. Let's group up for the counter Uber. Here comes the counter pop. I go for the fragging classes like I previously mentioned. Medic has, okay, nice snipe. Kills the medic. I kill the soldier. There's only 2 alive, and I know they're both underneath. I kill the soldier, and then I turn around for the scout, and he's hiding underneath the bridge, so I call that. He's trapped. He's a dead man, so I'm just putting some stack time on the point, and that's going to be a complete team wipe. So really nice defense for us, and since their medic died, I know we have Uber advantage, so I want to start trying to push that. Our medic's only at 20, but the demo man's a catch. Nice. So we know they have no traps as we push into middle. Soldier caught in the corner, looking like a lot of damage for us. We should get that pick on the soldier corner. He dies. I come in. They're like pushing us. Soldier dead as well. So their hold is just falling apart. And we have that 20% Uber advantage. So we should be able to stack middle to deny their forward spawns. I was looking for ammo. Don't find. Oh my god, the ammo. So we stack middle to deny 2 forward spawns. So now we have a 6 versus 4 pushing second point and 20% Uber advantage. So we know we want to go really aggressively in to try and get this. I'm looking for traps so my medic can come in. I call that they're going full cheese. Get the medic out of there. And oh my god, he gets caught. His rotation was just so slow that they were able to force him cheese. Can we get some picks here? We do get a demo man. That's actually promising. And a soldier as well. So we should continue to push. And the scout behind. So I'm gonna deal with the scout in a 1 versus 1. Because that way, 2 versus 1, I guess. So that way we guarantee that they can't backcap us. And that gives us another pick going into last. I missed the health pack. That was kind of silly. They pop Uber, but I call that we should stay in. Because I think we have a really good chance of getting this because we had numbers. The respawns are coming up. And oh no, our push is falling apart. We lost our medic. We know that they have Uber advantage. My job as the pocket scout is to go back and walk our medic around the map. So I go back for our medic. And we switched. We have a spy right now, which is not a very good play, but sometimes you run a spy when they have Uber advantage and you want to go for the cheeky medic pick. So our spy is in position, and I'm calling that we might be able, like, I'm just like, hey, they're coming in from lower, and he's like, go in, try and distract. And so the spy goes in and gets the medic pick and the demo man pick. 2 kills for our spy. That's huge. So we're just going to go in and clean all this up. I'm chasing that scout out. He's dead. And that's a complete team wipe. So it actually ended up being a really sick spy play that, like, you rarely say that in 6s, but it ended up working out for us. I'm going to stack 4th point while we wait for respawns. It's not exactly that much of a rush to go to last because we don't have Uber yet. And last time we tried to rush it with numbers, it ended up not working out for us. They have 6 alive now with the respawns. Demo man's caught though, and that's a pick. So we know that there's no trap, and I'm calling my team to come in right side shutter with me. Walk it in for free because they don't have a trap. Pop, focus your entire being on the heavy. The brass beast heavy is just going nowhere, and that's going to be around for us. So really nice team play off of that spy pick, and that's something that's really important in 6s is using momentum to kind of like, go. I have 4 dominations. Oh my god, I'm destroying. But yeah, just like roll those points into the next points. And so we're able to like roll that medic pick into 4th point and then roll that into like the Uber into last. And so and into the demo man pick, into the Uber into last. And so it's just ended up being really, really sick round. Okay, last round we were down a player and the soldiers went behind us saw. So we think they're going to go soldiers behind us and saw again. So what we're calling for is if the soldiers go behind, then we will push forward. Unfortunately, we get distracted with the soldier again. Mr. SLIN, what are you doing? And our medic dies as a result. That's completely my fault. So what happened? Soldier went behind and his entire job is to distract and basically both of our scouts got distracted by it. And that's value for their roaming soldier because any situation where he's 1 versus 2 and he steals our health pack and he's in a close quarter situation, you're not going to win that. And yeah, I probably should have hit my shots there on that soldier, but also it's a difficult shot to hit. So I kind of put myself in a really bad position by chasing after that soldier. So we should not repeat that mistake again. I don't know why we're calling to go in, but for some reason we are. And I end up getting 2 picks off of it. That's actually pretty sick. Oh, soldier's pretty hurt too. Can I get 3 picks off of it? No, yeah, we're owning. Okay, so I'm just double checking. There's a scout called behind, and that's 4 picks. So that's gonna call for us to push forward. Now, a bit of a unique call here for us, because you can tell that there's 5 players dead, and we're not hard stacking mid. You have 2 choices here. You could hard stack mid and deny them from getting forward spawns, or you could just like fast roll it through and then sticky up their forward spawn so they can't get out of it. And that's what we decided to go for, is the fast roll camp the forward spawn play. So I come forward, help finish off this scout, and then I'm looking at the forward spawn, and they do have two in the forward spawn. They've got a soldier, which we kill, and then they had a pyro walk out for some reason, which we kill that as well. So that's another team wipe. And now we're just going to be able to roll that through. So I call to go lower because it's 4 dead, and this is the fastest route to get to last. Devilman's trying to put up his trap, but he's already caught. And that's like not a kill. Okay. And he's still got traps on last. Come on. I bait the trap by putting my foot on it and then getting off. We Uber in. I'm asking for a flash so I can come kill their medic. I don't really know why I went for the medic here. It's not the optimal play. maybe I'm thinking we might lose this last push, and so we should just get the medic and get out. Yeah. On the one hand, we're not, if you want to win last point, killing the medic there is the least valuable for reasons why I talked about before. But if we're going to get our medic out, then killing the medic gives us uber advantage. So that ends up working out for us. So our medic gets out. I think we're probably going to have like a 50% ad. And yeah, we're just getting uber, waiting to set this up. Taking lobby. There's a lot of action in lobby for some reason. Get that kill. 45%? That's not as much uber as I thought we would have. Okay, it looks like we're drying last. I don't know what this play call is, but it's quite something. I don't know why we would call for this. Okay, does it work? Oh my god, it worked. I don't think that should have worked, but it worked. Yeah, in my opinion, we killed their medic. We should have had 50% Uber ad and then just take the Uber ad into last, but okay, whatever. Sometimes that happens. So I'm 27 kills, 7 and 12 deaths, so we're kind of owning this game. And I'm gonna go top left, classic. Looking for the soldier, not seeing him. There he is above me, so I'm just gonna take the 1 versus 1, and I don't get the kill. Oh, that's a really nice play by their scout. Basically, as the soldier was jumping over my head and distracting me, the other scout pushed me in the back and traded the 1 for 1. So even if I kill the soldier, he still gets the 1 for 1. But I end up not getting the soldier, and that ends up being a mid for them. So, wow, really nicely played. Now I see that scout in our lower, so I'm using that camera and I'm telling my team, hey, there might be a scout waiting for us in the lobby as you're rolling out. So that's something to think about, because we only saw a 1x on the mid, a 1x cap time. So that must mean their other players are hiding or something cheeky. I don't see the scout yet, but I do see a scout in front of us, so maybe that's the guy. We clear everything. I'm not seeing him still. I go for someone called scout lit, so I went for that, and that ended up being a feed. I think if I got that kill, we might have been able to turn the team fight, but since I died, it was definitely not going to work out for us. If I were to go for that all over again, I don't know. Maybe I should have hit my mid-range shots, but that wasn't really the best play because it was like a 1 versus 4 in the yard by myself. That ended up not being so good. Both medics died on mid-fight, so we should still be even Ubers here for this last hold, and we have a pick. So I think our soldier is looking for a sacrifice play, and I'm just going to continue to peek the top right side and clear stickies out so my team can spam. That's my job. Clear the stickies. Oh, stickies are being cleared because he's deading them, and I call for an Uber in exchange because we have a pick. They're flashing, so I'm kind of backing us off. Soldier on our medic. I should be able to get that pick. Nice crossbow up by our med. Ooh, getting out. Okay. That Uber exchange did not go the way I wanted it to. We had too many people in the fight, and so that Uber ended up being not as fat of a solo. Soldier bombing our medic. He gets the pick. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, this could be around for them, but oh, their push is falling apart as well. Wow, we got so lucky there. We might be able to do a push out of last because their demo man is dead, so they have no sticky trap. So I'm starting to clear. And yeah, no trap. Looking for any hiders, not seeing it. And so we do get second point back based off of that late demo man death on their team. Soldier bomb, that's my job to deal with him. But I don't need to turn the corner because I know he's going to jump out. And that's when we get that kill. Perfect. So we got a soldier pick heading into mid. Even Ubers. So, okay, we heard that they're in Saw. So I rotate to Saw for the push, but then they're coming in and they had Uber. So it turns out we like completely miscounted Ubers here because I thought that it was even Ubers and we were going off a pick. They got Uber a solid 20-25% faster than we did. And we end up getting super punished for it. Our medic is like totally caught in this corner. And I don't think he's going to make it out alive. I try and go for a wrap play to maybe get a demo pick, and I end up dying to it. And that ends up being a really, really bad round-ending play for us because our medic was right next to their Uber when they Ubered, basically. And that's going to make the game 4-3 with 9 minutes left. So they can actually win this game if we don't play it right. So the mid fight is going to be super critical here. And I already know that their soldiers have been going behind us in Saw. And the last few times that I chased that, it's a complete feed. So I know for a fact this time, and we're telling the team this, like if they go behind us in Saw, we're not going to chase that, and we're going to go for a counter push instead. So basically the idea is the soldiers get behind us, we ignore them, go for the push in front. And by the time the soldiers behind us have time to react to it, we can hopefully have gotten some kills and turn around and finish out those soldiers. So that's what we're looking for, the soldiers to go behind. There's that soldier behind, but he's up in the air, so I go for the pick, and we get the kill. Now I need some health, but so does my medic, so I'm playing super safe. And if we just play the heals, then we'll win this, meaning just sit back, spam them. We have an extra soldier that they don't have. And if we just get a little bit extra damage here, anything, we can get some extra kills. Okay, another scout's caught out. I don't need to be the one to kill him, so I leave that. And now I'm calling for us to push because, oh no, so lucky. I was really rushing the push right there because I know that their soldier was a early death on mid, and then I knew that their scout was a late death on mid. So I knew that we were gonna have number advantage if we wanted to push second. And I had like 90 something health as I'm calling for that, and the soldier just got a lucky pick on me. So sometimes that happens. It looks like we're losing a couple players, and I know that we need to play safe on mid, so I'm telling us to regroup on mid. Where's our medic? Here he is. I think, yeah, they have Uber advantage. So it looks like we used Uber on second while I was dead, and it was not a good Uber. And they're going to Uber into us. And what they're going to try and do is take a deep Uber and pick off our medic. So my job is to keep our medic in a very safe location. And our medic calls that he wants to leave Saw when they take their Uber in. So I'm saying, yes, 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 sounds good. So that Uber wants to come in from the right. I'm backing our medic off the left side, but we haven't forced their Uber yet. So I'm re-peeking to try and get this force. And their medic's playing super safe back on the point. So we're going to have to give that up too. And there's a pick on a soldier, which is really great for us if we want to build Uber and get the force. There's the force in yard. Deep bomb by the Devilman, but I know this is bad for them because they lost a soldier walking into the push. The Uber is super far away on the other side of the map. And so the Devilman who jumped in has to immediately back off. And so I think we can re-push this and maybe win. The only downside, and the part that was a complete oversight by me, is that we have a spy. And I didn't notice that we had a spy right now. And a spy is not a combat class. So effectively, a spy is just as dead as the soldier on their team is dead. So basically, it's a 5-on-5. And I'm calling for us to aggressively push because I thought it's a 6-on-5, but it's really a 5-on-5. We lose a player, lose 2 players. I'm still calling that we can still get this because I know the Demo Man's low. I get the Demo Man, I get the scout, and I'm like, okay, we can still do this. We can still do this. And then I realize finally that we have a spy, and I'm like, oh no. And they're about to do a repush onto us. I got a lot of damage on the scout, maybe finishes, but no. And while I was doing that, the soldier bombed our medic and killed him. So basically, terrible play calling by me because I was calling us to go aggressive. It looked really good on paper. If that guy wasn't on spy and he was instead on scout, we might have actually had a really good shot at this. But yeah, first spy play of the game, really fat. Second spy play of the game was a complete miss. And now they have number advantage on us, pushing last point. We don't even have a Demo Man alive. And that's going to be around for them almost certainly. Who can win this mid fight? That's going to be a huge deal. I've been doing my same old top left mid strat that I've been doing this whole time. Like, I'm going to wait for that soldier to bomb, and then we're going to, it worked out last time actually. I'm looking for it. Scout's peeking. I don't really get any damage on him. Soldier's on me. I'm really lit. Not looking good. Lose 2 players. I better go for a sacrifice. And that's not happening either. This is bad, bad, bad. We lost our medic on mid. That means you have to sacrifice for their medic to try and get an Uber force or a med pick. And we don't get that either. Here they come. They're capping second point. You know they have full Uber ad. We get 2 picks. So I'm trying to get this force because I know we need this force. I'm calling that I damaged the medic by like 30. If we can get this force, then they can't use it on us at last. We don't get it, the force. So we're all crying. But we have a couple picks which will let us stall for a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter. Our medic's not going to get Uber in time. He's only at 25%. So you know they're going to Uber on us at last. So basically what needs to happen is we need to force them early and then win the refight. So we force them early at the right side door. I see the soldier in. I'm so lit. I resup. Okay, welcome back in. We actually end up with 2 picks that way, even though we lost our medic. It's totally fine. And that's, remember what I told you. Going for the medic pick doesn't really help you because you still have 5 combat classes alive. So even though red team killed our medic, we still had 5 combat classes alive, whereas they lost a demo man and a soldier. They only have 3 combat classes alive. So it's actually ended up being okay for us on the refight. But we know their medic got out alive, and so they're going to have Uber advantage once again. Okay, now we're switching to engineer because basically what you want to do when the engineer comes out, you want them to Uber and waste the Uber on the sentry gun. Then swap your engineer back to scout and then win the refight. So hopefully we can get them to waste their Uber on the sentry gun on the left side. So since we know we know we have the sentry gun on the left, so we want to force them to come out the left by putting all of our forces on the right. So that's why we have our stickies on the right, and I'm going to start peeking right to try and get them to go left. Okay, I see the medic going left, so I call medic going left. So we start spamming that, and then I repick, and it turns out they've psyched me out, and they're actually going right. Sentry gun, though? Look at this sentry gun. Oh my god, it's in the most... Like, I thought our sentry gun was going to be left, but a sentry gun was actually middle, which ends up juggling their stuff. They end up wasting that Uber on the sentry gun, just like we talked about. So swap back. We might actually win the refight. Scout taking damage. He's down. Soldier bomb. It's not that good. I'm able to finish him. Onto the medic. Get the medic pick. I'm still alive. And that's a team wipe. And we're able to hold last. That ended up being so sick as a last point hold. Medic is still dead. We're calling for the push. And Demo Man is caught out. And remember what I told you. You can either stack the point to prevent forward spawns, or you can keep it rolling through and try and camp forwards. We decide to keep rolling it through, but we're not camping forwards. The forward spawn is all the way on the other side of middle, and we don't have any presence on it. So even though the Demo Man's caught, I know that the respawners are going to fight us. So we need this demo pick really fast, and then we need to back off. Demo Man's kind of surfed towards us, which is helpful. Soldier on our medic, and that's exactly what gets us the force. So I end up turning around for it. Medic leaves me, and I'm just going to go for this kill. He misses. He forfeits. Okay, so we end up getting the demo early pick, plus the soldier, and they had a spy with our Uber. So that ends up being a really good Uber. Any Uber where you kill 2 players is a worthwhile Uber. And there's a soldier behind on me. He gets me, but we should be able to trade this. He's 148. He's jumping behind. He's so annoying. We got him. Okay, so they still have 3 dead. And I think we have Uber advantage. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not a huge Uber advantage. No, probably not, because we used Uber on mid and we didn't get their medic picked. So yeah, it's probably pretty close to even Ubers right now. But we got a kill on another soldier while our soldier's dead. So maybe there's a dry push opportunity. 2 minutes on the clock and there's no extensions. And 2 minutes is just about enough time for you to win the round, but not enough time for them to win the round because they have to retake middle. So, you know, if we're strategic about it, we can maybe go for a win or a tie. Their soldier is still dead and respawning, rolling out. So we're going to go for this. Uber push comes early. I guess we had Uber ad, and their medic doesn't have it. So it's looking really good for us on this push. Demo Man's pretty hurt, but he gets the health pack. I'm still going to go finish him off. And then we turn around. We need the medic kill right now because he's going to get it close to Uber. We get the medic. Now it's just clean up. We get the cleanup. Get the soldier. It's all hype. Soldier down. It's all hype. That's a team wipe. 2 team wipes. And that's what's going to win the round. And that's going to be 5-4. I think there were definitely a number of mid fights that we completely threw. But there was also like a bunch of great plays and Ubers in there. And I think what really made that game fun for me was that last point hold with the engineer. That we shouldn't, there's no way we should have held that. Quickly analyzing the stats. So I had 339 damage per minute, which is really, really good. On like an average scout game, if you can do like 200 damage per minute, that's just like an okay game. If you do 250, it's pretty good. So anything over 300 is like a really good game on scout. And I also had a positive. I had 37 kills and 21 deaths. So that's 1.8 kill death, which is good. And then just check how much heals that I got as the pocket scout, because sometimes you have really good stats, but you took too heals, and I actually had 25% heals, which is obscenely high. Typically as Pocket Scout, I would aim to get the exact percentage is not super specific, but I definitely don't want to be in first place. I would like the Demoman to be in first place, and I would like to be in like second place with about anywhere between 17 and 22% heals as a Pocket Scout. And so I just had like a lot of heals, like a little bit more than I thought I should. And that's going to be the pug. All right, so hopefully you learned something about Scout. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you want to see more commentaries like this in the future. I'm down to play other classes and do some commentary, but let me know if you like it. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.